Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are at the Lego table today. This is the final stream for the Transformers Bumblebee set. It's set 10338 and we have been building him as a car, but we will eventually be transforming him into a robot. That was the reverse of what happened with the Optimus Prime set a year or so ago, where we transformed him into a truck after we made the robot from the instructions. So if you're new, we do this every Friday whenever I have a Lego set on hand to build. I have my eyes on some other ones, but I haven't picked one out yet because it's just not the right time. But we will be hopefully returning to these soon. I also want to push some more work on Westall and stuff like that. So it's probably going to be good that we're wrapping this up today. You can find the VODs for this and other Lego sets that I've built over at Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube if you're not already familiar. And they're all in their own playlist. There is a playlist for the Lego sets I've done in the year, so for 2025, 2024, etc. And then each set has its own playlist within that, and so it's pretty easy to sort out. If you want to help me do more streams like this, then head over to patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It's one of the best ways to support me. You can help me save up for more Lego sets. You can help me stream more often on Twitch with Minecraft and other video games. It's only $2 a month. It gives you access to the Discord. And right now, last day today, the 15th, there is a special on the new patron server. So the patron server launched on August 1st, so it's only 2 weeks old. They still haven't even figured out a name for it yet, so you can be part of that process. And there is a discount for that level on Patreon up until today. And so if you can sneak in there before midnight tonight, then you'll get a discount on your first month on the patron server. Anyway, let's dive in. Bag 9 is up, and it's just a little bag. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. The other bag is also not large. However, it's also something we have to transform. So there'll be stuff to do after we finish building it. I'll have to see what's up. Let's rearrange that. SweetSandi, how's it going? Mikatu, good to see you as well. I saw Blast Jordan lurking in the background. Hope everyone's having a good Friday so far. I'm not really sure what part of the car this is. I guess it's the hood, maybe? And his feet. Another Autobot symbol. We have finally seen a break in a very hot weather streak here. It's nice and temperate this morning. Still sunny. We can still use some rain. There's lots of forest fires going on, but at the moment, at least it's not sweltering. Earlier this week, it was really hard to stream. It was so hot in the studio. And I do have an air conditioner that I can turn on, but it's still something you can hear, and I find it disruptive on the stream. So if at all possible, I try not to use it. And thankfully, my new stream time at 10 a.m. for most of the week actually lends itself well to getting in and streaming before it gets too hot. I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3. I just been watching some folks like Carnage and others play Battlefield, the new Battlefield, and I wouldn't be good at multiplayer, and I can't run the new Battlefield, I don't think, on my computer. So I've been getting the itch to play a first-person shooter, so I've been on the Xbox playing Borderlands 3, and I really wish that, I don't know, I feel like the game is just there's just so much going on. I always feel lost when I'm in the game, and there's all these guns and all these weapons, but I just end up using the one or two that I have that I like that are good. I feel like I've got this OP submachine gun that just melts bad guys, and I have a hard time not using it because it's so efficient. One thing I've definitely been talking about on stream before is also I want to try to do a playthrough of Borderlands 4. Try to do that on stream. I don't know. Does anybody know if Borderlands 4 is a Game Pass game? I've got this old Game Pass plan on Xbox, like the console edition, and so it's a little bit cheaper than their new version. So if I ever leave it, if I upgrade to Ultimate, I can't get back to this like $15 plan. I think the new one is like $18 or $19 Canadian. That's not straight. Cheating, but whatever. Been looking forward to the stream, says Mikatu. Oh, I'm glad to have a chill stream for you. Yep, these are definitely front hood pieces, I think. Lots of hinges. Delara, hello, hello. So no one knows if Borderlands 4 is a Game Pass game. Does anybody in chat play Borderlands? Out of curiosity. I started off playing on stream. I don't remember the name of the character, but he was like I think he was like an Irish voice acted character with a drone. And then on my Xbox playthrough, which I've gotten a lot farther in, I actually opened the first vault on Xbox. I was using Flak. He's got the little minion, who I find kind of annoying, but I really enjoy Flak's voice acting. I think he's quite funny. He looks cool too. Not that you see your character, but I never get into the multiplayer in Borderlands. I've always just been a solo player. Although Brockett from the Citadel Cafe Sometimes when he's on, talks about Borderlands. You've played some of them, Delara? Yeah, Claptrap is funny too. There's been a lot less Claptrap in the later stages of this one of 3. I feel like some people are kind of tired of Claptrap. But I like him, but like I don't spend hours and hours and hours playing Borderlands, right? Like I play a little bit. And so the novelty doesn't wear thin with me. Another set or another bag rather that has a lot of tiles and smooth pieces in it. Fun.
Lot less of me? There is never enough of me.
SweetSandi used a Claptrap TTS sticker. Thanks very much for the bits and the sticker, Sandy. That's pretty funny. I forgot we had that. That's really accurate, actually. Having just played the game, like it's definitely accurate. A lot of my TTS stickers tend to lend themselves better to satisfactory streams, just because of the technical stuff, the sci-fi themes in them. I guess there's one or two that might work for Minecraft, but maybe they'll work more for Minecraft when we start doing more sci-fi stuff in Minecraft. I don't know why I'm going right to left today, but I am. Hey, there's Dan. You're having a good day, Dan. Dan, are you a Borderlands 4 player? Or Borderlands 3 player, I guess I should say. Borderlands 4 is not out yet. The conversation was, are we looking forward to Borderlands 4? I feel like I should try... I wish there was a way to play different characters in Borderlands without having to start over. Like, I wouldn't mind switching to try, like, the girl with the robot, with the exosuit thing in Borderlands 3, but I don't want to start over again. I know you're once you get to the ship, you can access your bank and like access those guns, but I find the inventory overwhelming in Borderlands. These are fun little pieces. So we know his gun is going to be in the last set. I didn't realize until I looked at the bags today, but his gun is blue. I didn't realize that. All right, let's see what bag we need to be on. We have an ad break again, says Sandy. Sorry. I will run some ads. Basically, what happens for people that are here is that if I don't remember to run a 3-minute ad block in the starting soon screen, then my stream will run ads every 15 minutes. I mean, you get around ads by having a subscription, but because I'm running ads right now, the only people that can hear this are people that are already subbed. Bag 9. Oh, the doors. Of course. The Bumblebee stickers are there to show the street smart attitude of Bumblebee. He has a Love Cybertron, his home planet, and Rollout, the signature catchphrase of Optimus Prime. The O in Rollout has a detail reminiscent of the original Bumblebee toy. Does it? I don't remember that. I'll have to look it up. Huh. It's like a little circle with a red dot in it. SweetSandi with 100 bits. That looks like a hype train. Thanks very much. Did I miss a sub? I did. I missed a sub. McScrewGunn resubbed at tier 1, 52 months. Thanks so much, McScrewGunn. I know you're lurking at work. Appreciate it. I wish I had more control. Like, if I was to put ads on Twitch under my control, I wouldn't ever interrupt the stream. I would lay over an ad or pop in an ad or sidebar an ad. But I find it very difficult because, like, when I raid people, like, I'm not subscribed to a lot of people on Twitch, and I raid people and then they're saying thank you for the raid and asking me questions, and I can't hear them because I've got a ad playing. So I have to, like, preemptively find the stream that I want to raid, go in there while I'm saying goodbye to everybody, and then hopefully by the time I'm done and we raid, the ad is over. Nope, I had that backwards. Low 88 subscribing with Prime. 23 months, coming up on a full 2 years. Low, that's amazing. Thanks ever so much. Another month of Prime. That fits because we're doing Bumblebee stuff. Do I have this? Yeah, I got this right. Obviously Optimus Prime and Bumblebee being a thing. How is things on the Patreon server, Low? I believe you're playing, right? Go. And then we need these. It's really funny after building with plates. So many of the new Lego sets, they're all plates and tiles, but every once in a while you have to put together some big pieces. And it's a unique experience. Things come together a lot faster. Haven't seen these in a while either. That is a door. And looks like the hinges go on the outside. Yeah. So it connects here. Uh-oh. Did that wrong. Didn't need two of those. Ah. That's the thing I didn't need. There we go. Weird that the bumps are on the outside, but I'm sure we will find out why. I'm sure it's how he folds up as a vehicle. So that's just, even though it's got a hinge there, that's the door. And Lowe says the Nether Fortress has been raided. First skull obtained. 3 blaze spawners in total, but at opposite ends of the fortress. Oh no. I have a double blaze spawner on the Citadel. In the overworld, I'm planting jungle trees to transform my X-bamboo jungle to a regular one. Okay. Sandy made a different road to the Nether Fortress. The other one was hard to find. Right. Very cool. Hoglins are a real pain, especially early game. I get that. I just love how bright this is. It's refreshing building these Transformer sets after so many like vehicles and stuff where it's just a lot of bland colors. Although the retro radio was pretty good. A new decorated 2x2 yellow tile has the iconic Autobot insignia. In the cartoon, the logo is sometimes seen on the hood when Bumblebee is in vehicle mode. Huh. I don't remember that. I think I like it better on the top because it means it'll be on his chest when you transform him. And I don't like the idea of having to swap that out every time. They gave us 2, which is neat. So we're going to go with a plain version. For the hood, anyway. Is here. That. You got knocked in the lava twice. Oh no. That's always really frustrating, especially when you lose the stuff that's on you. So, not fun. Very precise. I like it. So then this attaches with these two little French pieces to give like a double hinge. It's interesting. Did I miss that? I did miss that step. I missed this. I missed a whole step. I missed the whole thing. So these will be able to have like a double flexibility. They're going to attach here. Oops. Let's say to bring it in. Don't know whether that gets split over. Oh, I see. Probably like that. Be my guess. I have to say, it doesn't look a heck of a lot like a Volkswagen Bug. It's pretty boxy. Yeah, I haven't done much with the villagers in my snapshot playthrough for Minecraft. I'm hoping to return to the world like whenever I have new snapshot stuff so that I don't have to do like snapshot survival every single time. I can just like have that one snapshot world that I refer to. So that I don't have to start over day one Minecraft every time. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss a step this time. I really wish I could find some consistent royalty-free music that YouTube wouldn't ding. I tried it with Harris Heller's music, and unfortunately, YouTube still dings them, and it becomes such a pain because I'm often talking, so then you can't just mute the part of the stream where there's music. So I guess on Twitch I could be playing music. Did I forget a piece of one? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Because otherwise it would be nice to have music playing for the people here live on Twitch during, but that track would then just not make it to the VOD so that it wouldn't show up on YouTube. But I find that the royalty-free music that I could play is just monotonous. Very repetitive. That's not right. I find it odd they chose black pieces for in here, but I don't know why. Cool. And then this goes over here. I think I have to put this on the other side of the headlight. Those backwards? I might have those backwards. Oh no, I got them the right way. Tricky. This being kind of flimsy is weird, but I guess I'm only noticing it when I'm actually holding the car. So there's the front, the hood, and the door. Yeah, I want this back part to snap in place somehow, and it doesn't seem to. Concerning the music part, what exactly is Twitch's policy on that? I feel like a lot of people just have anything in their playlist without worrying. It's just very different from YouTube. So with Twitch and with OBS, what you can do with OBS is that you can have any music that you want playing during the live stream, but the live stream doesn't ding copyright for music. It's the VOD, because the VOD has the potential for like repeat plays. And so what you can do on OBS is you can have a specific track for your music, and then when you stream to Twitch, that part is live, but it will not be part of the recording. So basically Twitch has two things happening. There's the recorded version of your stream and there's the live version of your stream. And tracks 1 through 5 are on the live, and tracks 1 through 6 are on the live, and then 1 through 5 are on the recording. And so you can play any music you want. Like, for example, Tadpole Milk plays like rock and roll, like classic rock on his streams all the time. You can hear it when he's playing live, but you can't hear it on the VODs because it wouldn't show up. So I could do that, but I don't have enough of a playlist, and you run into music tastes and people, and it's easier sometimes just to have it not. What I would really like to do, and I've had this discussion with somebody in my Discord, I'd really like to find like an AI music service that would do like background jazz. I think that would be cool for the LEGO streams. I know that some streamers actually have their own like playlists that they've purchased, like they've actually employed musicians, composers to make stuff. But I just can't be, I don't want to listen to the same stuff over and over and over again, right? And I think AI jazz, from what I can tell, it's just got that nice background vibe without being too repetitive. So I need to look into that. There was a service that someone mentioned, but I don't remember exactly what it is. It's also not free, so right, like you're going to consider like, well, how much money a month am I going to spend for maybe like 4 LEGO streams? And that's if I'm doing LEGO streams. If I'm not doing LEGO streams, is it, you know, something that I can start and stop? That is going to go on the front. That fold up? It does fold up. There's definitely a couple of connections where you're just like, I don't know, a little bit. Like that's pretty boxy. It's weird. Like I feel like I shouldn't be complaining because it's still a really cool set. But there's a certain amount of nostalgia and I think iconography with the Volkswagen Bug. That people are just used to seeing. There's the front. Really cool when you look at the underside. You can see his hands. Cool. Front fender time. I have to say the fenders look really good. What they've done with them. That nice mix of studs and tiles. Why is that not going on there? Oh, and that attaches to the middle two. That's really clever. So there's 4 hinges on either side. The outside 2 are for the front of the hood, and then the inside 2 are for the fender. And that lines up with that. And then it can twist to be however you want it. Huh. Yeah, I'm really... Every time I touch this thing, this license plate falls off and this back part moves. I feel like there was some problems like that with Optimus Prime too. I don't remember specifically what they were, but I do remember some parts moving every time you picked it up. You do get the idea that they're meant to be more display models than things that you actually transform all the time. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not, by no means am I a, super popular streamer in terms of like view numbers and things like that, but I've picked up enough, I think, over the years that there's a couple of tips and tricks for just having the average stream. I need to do more. Like, I'd like to have more engagement, but the problem I find is that a lot of times when you look up like, hey, what's the best way to like engage your audience and all this kind of stuff, and so much of it is like gimmicky stuff. Like, I don't want creeper sounds playing in the background when I'm on stream. I don't want interruptive sound effects. I like the stickers. The stickers are fun. It's a way to support me, so like that's really cool. But like I could put the TTS stickers on channel points, but the problem there is that then you have real opportunity for bad actors to come in and basically, say anything for just a couple of channel points. And at least if someone wants to get banned, they have to pay me money to get banned. If they want to say something really, really unfortunate, Okay. Front fender. And then we're on to the other door. I'd say that's going to be the end of this bag. You guys hear the blue jay losing its mind in my backyard? The microphone at the Lego desk is a lot closer to the window than it is when I'm at my streaming computer. Well, I'm still using the same computer, but a lot farther away from it. $500K points for a sticker? I don't know. Well, that just defeats the purpose, right? I mean, there's a couple people that probably have that. I don't know if I have a way to check, like, who has the most points. I mean, I'm assuming it would be moderators. Although, Dan, you would probably have a lot. I think this is used just because of the stud to help close the gap. Or it looks like a hinge, maybe. That's a lot of pieces left over, Lego. Did I miss something? I absolutely did. I absolutely did. On this one too. I was wondering about that. not been my day for smooth assembly. I've missed a couple of steps. I think that's the issue with a lot of these builds, is that there is no like real point. I almost want them to put a little hand in the instructions, just like when you assemble this, put pressure, like put your thumb here. So if you press here, it's going to fall off, you know? That's usually more like it for the end of the bag where you have like a couple of pieces left over. Cool. So that is the front fender and hood done, as well as the driver and passenger doors. That helps a lot. This is still feeling very strange through here. Don't think there's anything we're going to be seeing being done about that though. So we'll be on to bag 10, which is page 100, right after the break. If you're new to the channel, I take a break about once an hour. Gives me a chance to reheat my coffee. Gives you a chance to grab a friend. Let them know that we're doing some LEGO streams. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Still trying to figure out who Joel reminds you of. Can't quite place it. Visually? What I look like? Or who I sound like? Both, it sounds like. In theory, hello, how's it going? So page 100, where we are. I don't know. I've done the whole like AI thing on social media, who do you look like? And when I had hair, they would often say Hugh Jackman, but I don't necessarily see it. When I was really young, like when I was in my teens, I sort of looked like Tom Cruise a little bit. But then I got braces, so. There's a lot more pieces in this bag than I thought. Oh yes, the plaque, of course. I'm really disappointed that that's not printed. I think we have to put a sticker on that one. Fun fact, which I'm sure I've brought up before on stream, is that, did you know that the company that makes the most tires in the world is LEGO? It's like a fun Trivial Pursuit question I had one time. Not a car manufacturer, LEGO. There's not as many yellow pieces here as I thought there would be. Oh yes, the gun. Forget about the gun. I wonder if that's something that can get stored on him somewhere. Sometimes it was really cool when Transformers would actually have like a place for the gun to go, like a trunk or something like that, after the robot had transformed. Because otherwise you just end up losing all the little pieces, right? There's a little bee. Cute. Wonder if that's on like a side mirror maybe? Oh, there's two of them. Feel like you have a unique voice though, Joel, and that could just be me. Well, hey, I'm in the right profession, I guess. Podcasting and streaming. I find it very different. Like, I find that I sound different on stream than I do when I'm podcasting. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm not necessarily projecting in the same sort of formal presentation on a stream that I am on a podcast like the Spawn Chunks. I also have a lot more not vocal fry, but certainly vocal inflection. I certainly, when I'm playing a game, and I think it happens too when I do Lego, is I pause a lot more mid-sentence when I'm streaming, because I've got something else I'm doing in front of me, and I'm trying to complete a thought, but I'm also looking for something in my inventory, or I'm trying to figure out what texture to put where, or I'm trying to figure out what piece I'm going to use here, and so that kind of stuff I find gets in the way. I just did it right then. I don't know if I use a lot of filler words on stream. I certainly try not to when I'm podcasting, but it happens. I hit the I don't say a lot, but I say quite a bit. I try to catch myself when I can. You learn early on, it's better to just learn how to not do it or reduce it than try to edit them out, because you will just spend eons trying to edit your podcasts if you're trying to edit out all of the ums and ahs and stutters and mispronunciations. And ultimately, I think too, people are looking a little bit more for a casual experience with podcasts. I find that if a podcast is too polished, then I disengage. I'm like, this is not what I'm looking for. It feels too much like traditional media. It feels too much like a news broadcast. I'm kind of wondering what these little tires are going to be for. I don't see them on the box. The perfect voice combo is Pix and Joel. Well, thanks very much. I'm glad that you enjoy that. We hit a pretty good stride early on. Like I feel like we hit a really good stride. We have a very similar presentation style. We both, rather than there being a lot of back and forth, we tend to enjoy more of a, Pix will say like a paragraph of either opinion or news or information or something, and then throw it to me for my kind of like long 2 cents. Rather than a tennis match, it's more like golf, I guess. Which I like. And I feel like we've gotten better since we switched to video. Now that the Spawn Chunks is a video podcast, I feel like because Pix and I can see one another live, you can kind of see when someone is laughing and might have something funny to say, or is also done speaking. Like body language really helps when you're trying to figure out whether someone is finished. And there's still a little bit of delay because of course we're sending, a conversation across the ocean, but which is wild when you think about the fact that we can do that pretty consistent. There's been some drops lately, but Pix has sussed it out that it was his ISP was causing some problems. Does anybody know if he's had that fixed? I think Monday was the appointment, told me. So funny, whenever he has to have maintenance done in the house, it's always like on a Monday, which is good because it means it gets it done for his week, but it also means like it's potentially going to be interruptive for our podcast. That's pretty straight for eyeballing it. Most of these pieces are going to be in the wheels, I think. One thing that I would like to do is eventually invest in a shotgun mic, so you could hear me and the table, like the clicks and the different things. Cool. We've got 3 of these little circle single tiles with little bumblebees on them. In theory, thanks. It's called knolling, and it's something I picked up from Adam Savage watching him on Mythbusters and talking about how he de-stresses after a flight. When he gets to his hotel where he's doing like a talk and a presentation or something, he puts all of his gear and all the stuff that he packed out on the desk or out on the bed, knolls it out in a very organized fashion, and then he can quickly assess, oh, I forgot the cord for my iPad, or oh, I forgot the adapter for this, and he can like quickly, you know, bop out to a local tech shop or Apple store or whatever if he needs to like buy something new. Plus, if you find it relaxing, then I mean, and if you find flying stressful as I do, then it's a good way to kind of unwind after the day of flying. This is probably the oddest assortment of pieces we've had so far in this set. Everything has been pretty black and gray and yellow for the most part. hate when I miss pieces. I always feel the need to go back and make things feel a little bit more uniform. It also makes it a lot easier to grab the pieces you need for specific parts of the build in the instructions. Something I never like about building a puzzle is searching for like the corner piece or like this big jumble of pieces, trying to find the one thing. And I always hated that when I was a kid with Lego, was trying to figure out like where the piece was that I needed in a giant bin, and you have to like dump the whole thing out and find the piece and put the whole thing back, and just, you'll see different people have different techniques. Take care, in theory. Thanks for being here. I take pictures for social media and then I never seem to post them. I just remembered something. Just give me 1 second, folks. Okay. Page 100. These always look darker to me in the book. Mikatu says, when I was younger, I'd sort Lego bits by color, but I never took part in such beautifully organized knolling techniques. Well, now you know. I wouldn't say beautifully organized. Certainly organized. Sometimes they're better than others. It depends. Sometimes if the bag's really got a lot of strange pieces in it, then it can be challenging, but sometimes it's cool. The hard part for me is getting back in there and grabbing the pieces without disturbing everything because I got big hands. I always find it funny because like I worked as an artist for so long that to have such big hands and do such intricate work in like inking work on comics and stuff. I didn't realize that the windshield was going to split in two. That's cool. SweetSandi with 100 bits, kicking off the last bag. Thanks very much. Appreciate the support. I think we completely missed that hype train earlier. I don't think anything really happened with it. I think these might be the side mirrors. Or what's supposed to resemble the side mirrors. Oh, no, not at all. Huh. Was not expecting. This goes in here. What? Really? Oh, I've got that the wrong way. Huh. Odd. Curious to what that's going to be. This is where, if that doesn't say on the next page, I'm really curious to see what kind of designer's note they're going to have. And this goes on here. Sideways like that. This goes inside like this. There's a little B there. And then when this goes in here, B faces out the windshield? I wonder if that's supposed to be like a dashboard cam or something. Hmm. This is the bag that's had the least amount of yellow in it, I think. Apparently in the instructions, or at some point in the review, in a review that I read, I guess there's some disassembly in order to transform Bumblebee. I missed a step somewhere. Yes. I was being so careful. These are the side mirrors. And it looks like this just kind of connects up here. Where do you go? Huh. That might be part of the disassembly. So then it says to angle these in line with the gray triangles that are there. Right on. Flip these, oops, flip it over. And the 4 tires go there. Huh. Interesting. See what those are used for later. It does keep it from moving around, maybe. But once these are on, it's not going to matter. 4 tires. 4 of those. Never remember if there's an inside or outside. Looks symmetrical to me. That is going to face out. I don't remember Bumblebee having white walled rims. Maybe that was just an artistic choice for this. Finally, we've got wheels. Not that I was in a giant rush, but I think I prefer that. Not so far down. Yeah, we'll just do that flush. If you push it too far down, the little bit sticks out. We'll just try to gently put those so they're just flush with the tip of the... I'm not sure what it is. Piston? Can't remember what those are called in terms of like the Lego piece. I really should learn more about these, the actual names. And then these just pop in the middle here. Nice and gentle, easy breezy. Well done. Well done. Bumblebee needs a weapon, friends. You can't blast Decepticons without a blaster. I really enjoyed making Optimus Prime's gun when we did it. It really was a cool process how they decided to assemble it, so we'll see how cool this one looks as well. There was a lot of like stacking pieces on rods and creating the barrel and things like that. Looks like we're probably going to be doing the same thing here. I do like it when they use these little wrench pieces to attach different things. And this goes down like that. I think I've got that in the right spot. Looks right to me. I was wondering how that was going to fit into the windshield, and it's not part of the windshield at all. Part of his blaster. So that's the handle, I think. So hold it that way. It's kind of fun how they're getting you to assemble it in a different position than you'd expect. I find that LEGO does that a lot, where they will change the orientation in the instructions, and then at the very end you're like, oh, and you turn it sideways and you realize what they were building. A decent sized blaster Bumblebee. It's kind of cool that you can see the white inside the transparent piece. I think I might have had it backwards. I think it's now that way. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff they did with Prime too. Slide things along a dowel. That. Not the right spot. Yeah. Funny, we were talking about Borderlands earlier, and now I'm making this very sci-fi looking blaster. Something I do like about Borderlands is the look of some of the guns is really fun. Some of them are weird. Some of them are really, really odd, but most of them are pretty cool. Can't remember the types of guns I like. I think it's like a Torg and Theodore, the ones that I like the most. I don't like the Malawan sci-fi ones that you have to hold down the trigger to release. I'm much more of a push to shoot. This goes on the side here. Neat. Again, really good balance between exposed studs, reminding you that it's Lego, and a lot of tiles that just cover everything up and make it look technical. I'm not sure why that piece in there is white. It's interesting. these are symmetrical, I think. Mostly. Cool. Is that the whole thing? Oh. That's cool. I see how this actually connects to his hand so it won't actually fall out. It's neat. That's that. I don't know where. Oh, that's going to go in here. I like how LEGO will break down like one step at a time for certain certain things, and then like the last thing, which is your plaque, it's like, here it is in one step. Follow this if you can. I guess they just did this yellow piece for fun. Now, why would they? Do I have that backwards? Yes. That's interesting. I've never seen them do that before with one of these plaque pieces. I'd have to check the back of Optimus Prime, but I don't think he's got little Easter eggs on the back. So the yellow tile is, the yellow plate is just buried in there. A little bumblebee on the back. And then the cursed stickers have returned. Yeah, it's a cool gun. I agree. Yeah, there's a lot of these little pieces left. I'm just kind of surprised, actually. Normally there's a few, but not that many. I need to go back and make sure I didn't miss anything. It's going to be better to go this way, I think. And they never make these symmetrical. Although this one's pretty close. Really wish they would print these instead. No, 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 no. Oh, that's pretty good. I need glasses. I have glasses. I need new glasses. Bumblebee. Hidden behind the plaque, there's a little bee. Caught that. Guess the QR code for some instructions, but we've got the instructions here. But again, I'm a little bit curious to see if I've missed anything. I don't see anything different here. I can see us having a spare tire. Having an extra couple of these is fine. No, this is all from the same bag. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything missed. So I guess this All spares? A container of spares continues to grow. So we've got the plaque, we've got the blaster, and then we've got Bumblebee, who is perfectly capable of rolling out. And I think looks pretty good. It doesn't really have the whole Volkswagen shape. It's a little kind of like flat front and boxy. It's close, but they got really close with the wheel wells, but the windshield and the hood are just a little bit odd. And I do find that like when you touch it at all, it feels pretty solid from the sides, but if you touch the front or the back, it tends to like very quickly move. Like that's just resting in place, not really fashion. So if you gravity will kind of take that and move it. Not that you're going to have it upside down, but anyway, let's transform him, because why not? I guess I should get a photo of him. Yeah, again, any kind of handling tends to move pieces that are not fastened in place. Average bird food enjoyer. Thanks very much. Appreciate the follow. That's a crazy username. So yes, there is some disassembly. You have to take the windshield off. So remove that. Why it only connects with 2 studs, I think. That gets set aside. Deja vu of childhood memories of trying to assemble or transform Transformers. These guys get straight out. Step 2. And we pull out his shoulders. There we go. Oh, I don't think that was supposed to come with. Like that. Flip these down. Again, it's very hard to find a place to hold on to. They go all the way around. Okay. And then flip those down. Roger that. And then flip that up. Oh my gosh. I remember this from the toys where they would unfold and then you'd like accordion them out to be much bigger. Oh, I've gone too far. Okay, that looks... Is that not twisting farther? Oh, there we go. Flip this up. And then rotate this down and around. Uh-oh, piece fell off. What came off? This piece here. I have no idea how good this is on camera. We're getting there. That looks like that from the side. I think that's pretty good. Nope. Snapping pieces off. As you do. It's quite a lot of pressure you have to put on these joints to move them. That's good. And then twist the arms around and break everything apart. That's not good. I think this had fallen when it wasn't supposed to. Now I have to look at this other thing and see what it looks like. I think the problem is that the torque required to move some of these pieces is greater than the pieces' ability to stick together. Headlights are falling off. Yeah, like that should not have come out of there. Oh, for Pete's sake. Seem to remember similar issues with Prime. Problem is that these don't go all the way down. They're held on by a very flimsy connection. What is in the way here? All right, got it. What I don't see is where this came from. Oh, yes I do. All right, I will fix that later. Then we separate the legs. Both of his headlamps have fallen off, as I anticipated. And I'm losing part of the arm. So then we open feet up. These don't go past the headlights. I don't know why they think that this is a thing that happens in the instructions, but like these don't slide past the headlamp. Like, unless the headlamp is not meant to be on the middle. Maybe that's the trick. I think that's the trick. When in doubt, human error. That makes more sense. Those fall forward, and then that means these lift up. He's got some big feet. Oh, neat. So then there's a little groove here for his legs. Probably hard to see from above. That gets slipped into there. So there's a groove here that goes for the legs. And then these fold back behind that. And these, oh, they fold up like that. Interesting. They accordion down like that. Now this is a very classic Transformers thing. They often had these like weird ways of revealing the head that turned into like a backpack sort of thing on the character. So you fold these bits down. This goes back around like this, and at some point they probably slide in somewheres. This just flips up. I guess it just kind of, where does that go? In all the marketing photos, they don't have this there, which is odd. On the forehead is a new printed yellow bow made for this Bumblebee set. This face is newly decorated for the set and uses the same element created for the Optimus Prime model. Right. Yeah. And then you've got hands. Flip that up. That turns sideways. His arms are kind of small. Oh, and then the windshield becomes like the Bumblebee sort of wings. These go like that. Go flat. And this connects on the back. Huh, cool. It's a fun little bit. I wonder if it makes him heavy on the back though. That's neat. Sort of looks like Bumblebee wings. And the windshield becomes a jetpack that looks like bee-wings. I mean, jetpack? Sure. I guess that's where the little orange things are supposed to be the jets on the jetpack. That's fair. What I find a little disappointing is, oh, I guess that if that goes back like that, maybe it was part of the jetpack. Just in all the images on the box, like that's not there. You get a very clean version of his head. It's there in this image, but the cover of the box, yeah, doesn't have that piece. Or they've got just the right angle. Maybe if this went down farther, I could maybe make them a little bit taller. Then his crotch doesn't really connect. Yeah, that doesn't work. It sort of needs to be in that position. Anyway, that's cool. And then you can give him the gun. And there's a little knob right there that this connects to, even though he would probably grab it no problem. You can actually connect the gun. I feel like Prime might have done this too. That. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in the mobility on the shoulders. I know I anticipated the lack of mobility on the feet, but I'm a little disappointed with the mobility of the shoulders. You really can't do much for posing. But that's it. That's the Bumblebee set. Can't say I'm going to be seeing him in vehicle mode very often. Optimus Prime sits on my shelf as a robot. I don't know that I've transformed him since I put him there. And I will say probably the same for B. Once I get B in a decent pose on the shelf, he'll probably stay that way. But this has been fun, folks. I got to run, unfortunately. I have an appointment I've got to get to. So thanks very much for hanging out. Do check out the other LEGO streams on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. If you like this, then you can have some chill LEGO and conversation in the background. You can, of course, follow me on social media at Joel Duggan, very easy to find. I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's 12 Eastern in the US for Minecraft. We'll be working on the West Hill Distillery build. That's coming very close to being finished. We've just got a few more things to do. And then, of course, we'll be talking about the latest snapshot on the Spun Chunks on Monday. And you can look forward to a new episode of the Citadel Cafe coming sometime soon. We have gone and seen Fantastic Four, Steven and I, and we're going to be talking about it live on the show. So it'll be fun. If you want to hang out for that live recording, stay tuned in the Discord. The Discord is where we do some live recording for the Citadel Cafe. It's where I announce when I'm live. And you can also support me by going to patreon.com/JoelDuggan, and that will get you access to the Discord by just supporting it $2 a month, which is less than a cup of coffee, and I really, really appreciate it. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, today is the last day for the promotion for the new patron server for Minecraft. If you want to take part with a bunch of cool people playing Minecraft, then you can check that out at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. And there's also specials on the Spun Chunks Patreon. We've got all month long for August. So my promotion ends today, but for the Spun Chunks, it's all month long. And we are celebrating 7 years. You can get up to 40% off your first month on Patreon on the Spun Chunks over there. So thanks again for all the support today, folks. The hype train was fun. SweetSandi, thank you for the moderation and all the links for people in chat. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to pass you on to somebody. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm going to raid and run. So bye for now. Have a good one. Cheers.